For me personally, my weeks never look the same. Days never look the same. I have a caseload of 10 girls that I follow. I see them for a minimum of 4 hours per week, whether that be in school, attending extracurricular activities, sporting events. A lot of them have a lot of hardships, a lot of challenges, a lot of barriers that kind of take them away from being able to be kids. Sometimes we go to the park when it's really nice out, we have a picnic, we go to the arcade, we catch a movie that they've been looking forward to seeing. And a lot of those things are fun, and we're also working on goals at the same time and making sure that the kids feel valued and they have a space to feel safe and to kind of be themselves and not have to worry about whatever it is that they're going through. Being a mentor is just being someone's friend all the time and showing up for them, speaking goodness into them, speaking strengths into them, spending time breaking down barriers that had been set in place that weren't set in place by them. Over their shoulder, there's someone watching and saying, hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, wow, you're really good at this. There's a lot of behind the scenes work happening. One of the biggest ones is being a part of selection, which happens every single year, where we do an observation for 6 to 8 weeks in kindergarten classrooms at our selection schools to see if kiddos are walking to school, late taking the bus, late drop off, if they are sitting by themselves at lunch, if they're wearing the same clothes every day to school, if they have poor hygiene, anything and everything that would help us determine whether or not there are barriers that are potentially in the way for them to be able to succeed in school. We give a score to all the kiddos that we've observed, and we're able to determine which kids are higher on our priorities list. So a lot of times I'll see my elementary schoolers in school during the day, and then I'll transition and pick up one of my high schoolers after school. And normally I'll just use that time in my car to think about what we talked about the previous week, or to see if I jotted down any notes about goals that we've worked on or anything that they're struggling with. Trying to get to a place where I'm starting clean again. And so, I mean, that's what our kids deserve. Every time we show up is for us to give 110% every single time and not carry on what happened last week or what happened with another kiddo earlier on in the day. So much of our work week is out in the field. We do have time carved out bi-weekly to meet with our supervisor. Normally that's like a 1-hour meeting where we just go over how our kiddos are doing. We touch base on any barriers or any challenges that we've had in the previous week or any progress and goals. And just knowing that there's someone else that is also a face to Friends of the Children outside of just me, so then our families and our kids can understand that we're here for them as a collective group versus just one mentor working with one kid. A lot of the times it comes back around. And so when you're spending every single week showing up for these kids, and then you have those moments where those kids show up for you too. I've had days where I've come to work and I've had a really hard time being fully present because I'm having a bad day or it's been a tough personal problem, and before you know it, you're working with like a high schooler who's sending you text messages at like 10 at night saying like, hey, this is the list of reasons why I love you, like thank you for showing up for me. And you have kids who like graduate your program and they still want to be a part of your life. Kiddos who like turn into adults that care too. They care just as much as we do, and so it's definitely a hard job, but I love what I do. I love knowing that I get a lot of time with them, whether that's today, next week, next month, or every year for the next 12 and a half years.